What's up, space pirates? This is your Admiral, the chronically charismatic Dr. Disaster, and it truly is astonishing how different Stellar Blade is from the rest of the gaming industry in a lot of ways, which makes the woke scolds very angry because it doesn't conform to their worldview.
Ignorant, blood-sucking, dog-kissing, brainless, dickless, hopeless, heartless.
But unfortunately for them, their anger is just purely impotent rage. There's nothing they can do about the fact that gamers love the design of Eve, and they bought the hell out of Stellar Blade, a game that is over 1 year old, mind you. But anyhow, Stellar Blade performed pretty damn well on Steam, nearly hitting 200,000 concurrent players at its max, and selling over 1 million copies on PC in just a matter of days. Gamers appreciate Shift Up, the studio that made it, because they have a great attitude, as evidenced by this here, where the director of the game rejects the idea of regulating adult mods. He says that once the game is purchased, it belongs to the end user.
Dear God, it's beautiful.
Conversely, the jackasses at Nexus Mods, who, as we all know, were recently bought out, there's new ownership on that platform, so maybe they're trying to go advertiser friendly or something like that, but it was just reported that the woke, blue-haired screeching harpies and the current thing enthusiasts over at Nexus Mods have decided to remove some adult skin suits from Stellar Blade.
Oh shit!
Yes, this is indeed BS. A cursory glance at Nexus Mods shows that there are still some number of not suitable for work mods still available for the game, but they've started getting removed, and naturally, Nexus Mods has not been forthcoming with their explanations as to why this is happening. There seems to be no coherent reason as to why this is being done, but what do you want to bet that if this same mod that had been removed, if it instead gave Eve male body parts or something like that, the dingleberries over at Nexus would have been just fine with it.
Dude, I'm into guys too.
Alright, me hearties, make sure that you hit the like button on this video, share it with your friends, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and don't forget to follow me over on Rumble, where I've started uploading some content as well. Also, please consider supporting the channel by becoming a member. I'm working on a Space Pirate cartoon, which channel members will have first access to. We can't just complain about the state of our culture, we have to create alternatives, so if you want to support that sort of thing, consider a channel membership for as little as $5 per month. Anyhow, let's take a look at Stellar Blade and Shift Up and how the woke scolds can't seem to do anything about their solid successes with that game. Now, as I've said, over on Nexus Mods, there appears to be at least a couple of these adult-oriented mods that were removed from the site, though a number of them still remain, so it is really hard to determine what exactly the rules are over at Nexus Mods. The whims of this site have always been quite difficult to follow, which is why people have been calling for an alternative to these shit sniffers at Nexus for a while now. The one constant through line that we have noticed throughout the years is a tendency for Nexus to bow to the woke scolds who want to push their progressive shit onto everyone else. As an example, the mods which removed the rainbow flags in Spider-Man 2 and replaced them with American flags, those were removed because the people at this company do not properly understand the spirit of modding. In place of understanding, they have an overarching ideology that they adhere to. But Stellar Blade was successful because it cut through that sort of noise which has polluted gaming. Shift Up is decidedly on the side of gamers, as you can see here. They had an incredibly based take when it comes to the ownership of games in a world where the likes of Ubisoft are attempting to convince us that we have to get comfortable not owning anything. You will own nothing and be happy, chuds. In that same world, Shift Up is telling us that we own what we buy and can do with it what we will. This article here from Gamer Reporter talks about it. The article here says Stellar Blade director and Shift Up CEO Kim Hyung-tae has declared that he sees no need to regulate adult mods for the game's recent PC release, emphasizing a philosophy of player ownership and creative freedom, with the action RPG's PC launch on June 11th sparking a surge of mods, many of them risque. Kim's comments have ignited discussions about the role of modding in gaming and the balance between developer intent and community creativity. Well, let me just say this to the rest of the gaming industry. This dude is now a billionaire out of nowhere, so maybe listening to his thoughts isn't a bad idea. Just saying. In an interview with South Korean outlet This Is Game, Kim addressed the influx of mods, particularly those altering the appearance of protagonist Eve, often in provocative ways. Stellar Blade is rated as unsuitable for minors, so I don't think there's any justification for regulating such mods, he stated. His reasoning hinges on the game's mature rating and his belief that once a player purchases the game, it belongs to them to customize as they see fit. This hands-off approach is a rare departure from the industry norm, where developers often tightly control how their games are modified, and I am personally pretty libertarian about this subject. I sincerely do not give a shit what somebody does with their own property in the privacy of their own home, and that actually extends to the LGBT stuff as well. I joked about it earlier, but if somebody wanted a mod that gave Eve male junk, if they wanted to do that, then that is up to them, and I don't care if they do it. I sure as hell don't want to see it, and I'm sick to death of that sort of thing being paraded around in front of me incessantly. But if someone is gay or whatever in their own private life, and if they aren't bothering me with it, then knock yourself out. Do what you want. My politics on this sort of thing are consistent. I attempt to support any policy or philosophy that allows gamers, and really just nerds of all stripes, to enjoy whatever they want to without being harassed. But that needs to extend to straight males as well, which is where we run into problems. For whatever reason, straight males are demonized by the ever-encroaching left wing of politics. We have made convenient scapegoats over the years, and it has been infuriating to watch as the same level of libertarianism that they begged society to give to the LGBT crowd, reminding us that we shouldn't care what people do in the privacy of their own homes, that is generally not given to regular, normal men who just want to play video games the way that they want to play games. They call people gooners for enjoying Stellar Blade while celebrating bear sex in Baldur's Gate 3, and I've got to say, the double standards and blatant hypocrisy, all that shit is starting to wear at my principles, to the point that I am feeling a lot less libertarian on this sort of thing and more my way or the highway. All that being said, it is a breath of fresh air to see Shift Up acting as a North Star on this subject. Hopefully, modding sites take their cues from Shift Up, but I generally consider Nexus Mods a lost cause. In any event, I'm going to leave it there. What are your thoughts on the whole modding subject? How libertarian are you on this? Drop your thoughts into the comment section below, and we will talk there. Thanks for watching me, Hearties. If you haven't already, your Admiral is inviting you to subscribe to the channel and become a part of the crew. Life as a space pirate may not be glamorous, but there's always plenty of booty.